What's going on, guys? Oh, it looks like it's live. I wasn't too sure. Jake Jacobs, what's up? Go Titans. That game was awesome. So happy for the Titans. I'm very, very surprised by the line opening up. What's going on, Dan? How you doing? Can't root off the red zone. Reindeer had a very shiny catch. Oh, man, I'm loving it. I'm riding a high after that one. That was super nice. Dylan put it all on the line. He's going to be drinking some milk with stuff you don't want to see in milk, that's for sure. Yeah, what happened to the Saints, Dylan? What happened to them Saints? I can't believe they had a better odds than the Packers to win the Super Bowl and the NFC. I can't believe it. Makes no sense. They have to play an extra game, and they only get the one home field game most likely. Pats and Saints out in Wild Card Weekend. It's too funny. It's awesome. It's the NFL. Let me make it so we can see chat in the stream. Fat Guy isn't here quite yet. He should be here soon. I'm sure he was probably a little bit late after watching that game. All right, cool. Looks like chat's good to go. And excellent value on the Eagles in this game. I'm looking forward to it. This has kind of been the betting game I've been waiting for. I put 3 units on this game, which is pretty rare for me. It's my first 3-unit play on a single game this year. What time is this? You got Eagles plus 1.5. That's awesome. I ended up getting them at -1. I waited too late. Do I know what the money percentage was so I can put it up for you? Oops. Eagles closed at 1 point as 1 point favorites. They opened as 1 point underdogs, closed at 1 point favorites. 68,000 bets, 26% of the bets, but 36% of the money. I like to see when the percentage of money is a little bit higher than the percentage of the bets. So they closed as with reverse line movement too, going from +1 to -1. Not a huge jump, but still a jump, even with Seattle being all over. What's going on, Mickey Hill? How you doing? That game was awesome. You must be excited by that win, Mickey. Saints are done. Packers and Chiefs in Super Bowl. If that happens, I'm convinced it's scripted. Wasn't the Chiefs and Packers the very first Super Bowl played? What better way to pay homage in NFL 100 history? And pube smoothie for Dylan. That's true, Sam. What's up with Big Dick Nick? Dylan Toddville is mad right now because the Saints lost. What's going on, Untouchable? Can't wait to hear Dylan cry about the push off by Rudolph. I actually thought the Vikings got the bad end of a lot of calls, especially in the first half. Yeah, C-Sports, I'm not even close to that. I put 3 units. I put 3% of my bankroll on it. So, but 2,000, that's a lot of money. This is a really good opportunity for the Eagles, betting wise. Can't wait to hear Dylan cry about that push off. Yeah, no kidding. He's going to have excuses. But they lost. No Ayu Potty. No Dwayne Brown. For the Seahawks. It's not a good combination. Saints are poverty. Whew. Skull. That's right, Zit. That was an awesome win. I think all of us collectively were cheering for that Vikings win. Fumble for the Seahawks. It looks... Did he fall back on that? Wow. Tough break for the Eagles. 6 seeds are dominating. The playoffs are close. That's why I'm scared by that Baltimore line. Baltimore open as 10-point favorites next week. To me, that's a scary line. Fletcher Cox forces the fumble, and Travis Homer somehow falls right back on that ball, even with 3 Eagles around. So 3rd and 4 for the Seahawks from their own 34. Big. Oh, Tyler Lockett with the drop. I'll be back in just a second, guys. I've got the audio on in the other room. I'm going to go turn it off. I saw that Baltimore open as 10-point favorites against Tennessee. Let me just double check, make sure that's still current. So Eagles force a 3-and-out to start. All right, I just hear the fat guy. He's coming down now. Yeah, like Jake Jacobs said, 3 units is 3 units. Dollars don't matter. 3 units should be about 1% per unit, guys. Pats are done getting beat by the Tennessee Titans. That was so nice, too. It's been a very good weekend. I wouldn't feel comfortable betting on Baltimore. Oh, man, that's not a good play from Philly. Wentz able to throw it away, mitigate the loss.
Did he do it yet?
What's going on? Thanks. That game was awesome.
That game was awesome. Am I live? I'm good?
We're live, yeah.
Fantastic. I couldn't miss that rest of the end of that game.
No, I don't blame you. That game was crazy.
Yeah. What I wanted to happen happened.
Like Zitvono said, da-na-na-na-na-na-na, fat guy.
Yeah, there you go.
What's a 3 unit? How much is that when you bet a 3 unit? 3 units, 3% of your bankroll. So
it's a big bet.
C Sports put down $2,000 on this game.
That's a few bucks, yeah.
So what would that be?
What?
As a 3 unit bet?
300 grand.
2,000 times.
2,000. Oh.
Times what? 33?
Yeah, 0.33. So that means 200,005.
So you'd need a $66,000 bankroll to make that play, C Sports, which you might have.
No. 3%. Yeah. Okay. No, that's still wrong, dude.
Whatever. And the Bills are out too. Yeah, I was disappointed that the Bills are out. Yeah, Mickey, it's been bet down to 9.5. But I'm just worried about that line for Baltimore. I think the booksmakers like Baltimore. Yeah, we were way off guessing lines. That's why I'm worried. If this was Baltimore minus 7.5, I'd like Tennessee, but at 9.5 or 10, I know this is counterintuitive, guys, but from a market perspective, that kind of sucks. Because why it sucks is that at 10, you're going to get a lot more 50-50. It's going to be 50-50.
The line's 10 for Tennessee.
Baltimore, yeah. It opened at 10. It's down to 9.5.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Everybody and their uncle is going to be betting Baltimore no matter what the line is.
Well, why did it move? Pros, I guess.
Yeah.
We can wait for it.
As that line gets, like Mickey said yesterday, as most likely you can wait that out. And even Kansas City line is high.
Here's
They're
the big
9.5
question,
as well. They open at 8 and have been bet up to 9.5. 88% of the money's been on Kansas City. So sharps love the Chiefs as well.
Any word from Dylan? That's the big.
Dylan's MIA so far. He's probably out partying. But
I don't know if I would be partying if I had to drink my pubes. I don't want any sweat to it.
did you see the thumbnail?
Yeah, I did. It was fantastic. Chiefs are playing Texans, yeah.
OG Glock. Steelers are out too. I think you're late to the party there. Yeah. Houston at Kansas City. Open
Hello,
at
Dylan
-8. What's going on, DC?
It's a cool initials.
That game was awesome.
Yeah, that was fantastic. It's less than 7.5. Oh, if it's greater than 7.5, sorry. Yeah, I mean 7.5. It's pretty good. I'm curious what these. We were way off, so I want to see these lines.
They're both 9.5 right now.
They're both 9.5.
Yeah. Kansas City open as 8-point favorites and have been bet up to 9.5 with 88% of the money pushing it there.
It has to be, yeah. What a day today. I'm sorry, that game, I'm still high off that game. That was so awesome.
So early on, what that tells us is the sharps are on Tennessee and Kansas City.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. I'm going to wait on that Texans one. Texas.
Jamie's got to be excited. Chiefs are 8-point favorites, bet up to 9.5. They get to play Houston. Also, this has been super nice for the Green Bay future bet.
Yep. Yeah, it has.
They don't have to play the Saints now, which is very nice. They're going to play the winner of this game.
Yeah. Which would be even better if our pick comes through. Can't stand Jalen Mills.
Russell Wilson making
How do
it
you
look
leave
easy.
that open?
I'll be on the Texans too, and they're the worst team in the playoffs. Says Mickey Hill. My only prop
More
today,
props from Jason.
Wentz under 270.5 passing yards, -115. Travis Homer, some nice blocking from Seattle. Good run from Travis Homer.
Eagles are the worst team in the playoffs. I don't know.
Travis Homer had a fumble on the first drive, but he managed to fall back on it.
Fellas, the Pats were -7 in the big house. Ha! Yeah, exactly. That's way too many points. Maybe I'm biased. Yeah, I mean, maybe. It's just that's... I read a great quote last night in a book I was reading. Without data, we're all... All right, let me look at it. Hold on. I was going to repeat it, and I couldn't even remember it. Hold on. I highlighted on my Kindle.
I didn't realize you could do that to sign in and be able to read your highlights.
That's how I find them all.
Maybe I'm biased, but I think of Texans as better than Philly and Tennessee. Record-wise, yes, Dylan. Where is Dylan? It's something I learned over the years that is football of 5.5 and 8.5 opening lines. 5 1/8 is dead money, meaning that take the underdog 69% of the time. Just saying, bro. I don't know if I quite followed what you said there. So is Todd Field going to send y'all a video of him drinking the milk, or how does this work? I have no clue. I almost don't want to see this video, to be honest. Yeah. It's going to be gross.
Okay, this is the quote I was trying to look for. Without data, you're just another person with an opinion. And I like that. I liked that one last night. I think that's pretty fair.
That's good. The Seahawks here, 3rd and 9. From Philly 17.
Oh, what a play by Fletcher Cox.
Wilson got hit. He just threw it away. 4th and 9.
That seems like that was intentional grounding almost.
Yeah, it was pretty close. He was still in the pocket.
Yeah, as long as you don't have to watch him shave. Holy jeez.
Talk about a mismatch, huh? Fletcher Cox on Hunt.
Oh, yeah, I got to put it on. You're right. You were right, Jason.
Block field goal from Philly.
That's awesome.
Good start. 5:38 is Houston above Seattle and Buffalo, but not those other two teams, as long as we don't have to watch him shave. Yeah, no kidding, Mickey.
Week 17, Sam.
Yeah, he played a bit last week.
Yeah, not much.
Sam, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to eat pizza in front of the fat guy.
Oh, you jerk, man. If you know what I ate today and what I brought to eat. I can't. Sam's on stream. I can't tip him off. Sam, this shit's on, by the way, pal. I'm glad. By the way, to bring one up to speed, Sam and I have a weight loss bet. It's we weighed in on January 1st. I was very hungover. I was 307 pounds. Sam was 271. And we have until December 1st. Whoever loses more weight. Big Rye's a jerk. I'm just going to get rid of him. I want to put on screen this email from, you know what? Mickey Hill sent us this email, and I think this sums up my day. Yeah. Oh, I can. I haven't weighed myself, Sam. I'm afraid to. This is the contents of Mickey Hill's email to us after the game. And that sums up my day. It was awesome. Saints lose. It's hilarious. You might be right. I don't know. There's been a lot of, I feel more confident because there's been a lot of, I guess, I don't know, assured comments about a Seattle victory. So I don't know. I kind of feel good about this game, and a blocked field goal is a good start. Yeah, I'll give updates, Sam. I will. I haven't stepped on a scale or anything. It's been what? It's been how long? It's been 4 days. Let's get real here. Hey, nice, Jamie. Nice job, pal. Good work. Nickel ain't so bad. It's a lot of commissary, man. Not that you need that. Although you guys have those chips that are pretty good. All right. We'll discuss it after the stream then, Sam. Oh no, Big Rye's eating pizza in front of me. I'm gonna kill this guy.
Was it Vinny Curry who got the block? Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Probably an advantage not to. Yeah, we can discuss this off stream. You and I have been pretty cool about this whole process.
Big Ryan, the thin guy. That's pretty good. Pete Carroll's expressions hit the. Oh, you got the under for that last game? Nice. Even with the overtime touchdown, too.
You know how good of a hit that is? Jamie had the under and it went to overtime and he hit.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're on the good side.
Nice. PFS has Quandre Diggs ranks as the 15th best safety this year.
I mean, maybe.
How many games did he play?
He
didn't play the whole season, right?
Because they don't do it by how many games you play. Big Ryan, the thin guy? Yeah, I didn't see that comment. Perhaps. I was thin most of my life. I was a 205-pounder most of my life.
Yeah, and I've been straight.
Well, you and I are on our ugliest, fattest selves ever right now, currently.
Yeah. Weird.
Hey, no problem, Mickey. Best of luck to you, sir. Yeah. I got you, Mickey. I got you. Hopefully, I'll give you very good updates about Dylan if they happen. Don't worry. Oh, so good. So good for the video, so good for everything. And I don't dislike the Saints, but it just happens. Yeah, no problem. Oh, Ziggy Ansah is playing. Third and 10 here from their own 37-yard line. Oh, 33-yard line, rather. Read it wrong. Eagles. Oh, there's a reception, but I don't think he's going to get there. Boston Scott, he's not able to. So they're going to have to punt the Eagles here. They need to just put 3 on the board. The Eagles, come on now. Seattle's an offense that'll tire you out. No defense is good when they're tired. It's a good play by the punter in receiving that. Seahawks will be 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. 6:17 left in the first. Let's go Eagles. Let's get it. I don't know why I picked up that saying, let's get it. I've never said that up until this year. I'm starting to regret that I've said it more than once. I smell the quaffed of pepperoni from Big Rye's favorite type of pizza.
Yep. What's happening in the game?
And the what?
In the game.
0-0, 6-17. Seahawks at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10.
C Sports bet a percentage of your bankroll. So put 1% on games, anywhere up to 3% if you're feeling very, very, very confident. But stick to 1%. You want to bet small and you want to bet often.
It's going to cause you to be a lot more conservative, but you're going to thank us in the long run. And I think, say you bet 10% of bankroll, 10% of your bankroll on a game, statistically you'll go broke even if you somehow picked out a 70% clip. You will still statistically go broke betting that high. So the whole idea is to keep you in the game, make you have a small ROI, assuming that you're able to beat 52.38 against the spread. So, I mean, the excitement of high stakes gambling is just that excitement. We're not really doing it for that purpose. We want to eke out a small profit every year. That's the plan. There's here, I'll put a link in the description. There's a really good book. It's not really. There's a book that has a really good chapter, a section on bankroll management. It's a poker book, but the same things apply. Here, I'll link it in the description. There's a very, very good section on bankroll. So you have to kind of extrapolate it into sports, but this will give you a good idea of how to do it. If you have any questions, you can always hit us up.
Sports Insights and Action Network also have excellent posts about bankroll management.
Absolutely, Dylan. Absolutely, Dylan. I have it somewhere around here because I've been writing my own book, everyone. So I kind of used everything I know as reference. So. Getting cold, I like it. Yeah, it is fun stuff. Yeah, poker is a perfect like amalgamation of psychology, quick math, all that kind of stuff. I guess I don't know, approximations. It's a fun thing, and you do get better with experience. It's been kind of solved, but the thing is the solver is so much better than any human could be that it's almost not worth it. How much is $1 worth in Canada? Like $1.
78 cents.
No, $1.35 the other way.
There you go.
I think it's $1.35. $1.30 right now. In 2006, ours it was $1.03 US was $1 Canadian or $1.02. Here we go. We got a stuff here on 1st and 10. Don't get a flag, 31. Yeah, we're Canadian. Yeah, we're from Vancouver. Man, Cox is playing awesome. This is what the Eagles need.
This is what you expect. No Ayupati.
He just pancaked Fluker, man. That's one of the biggest guys in the league. That's hard to do.
They're missing 3 of their starting offensive linemen.
That's fantastic for the Eagles. Fantastic. Yes. All right. I would say it was pretty big. They had viewing parties and stuff. I mean, all the bars were full, even in the West Coast. In Toronto, it would have been the everything. Toronto is a very they're a good sports town. Vancouver, I would say, is a garbage sports town in my opinion. Very fair weather. In comparison to other cities, Big Rye, come on now.
They've pretty much only had the Canucks, so
yeah, but no one cares. No one cares about anything else, and even then, they don't even care about the Canucks a lot of the time.
Yeah.
3rd and 11 here from their own 38-yard line. Oh, Wilson steps up. He's going for it. What a play! Oh, what a play! Wilson is so good at that. Yeah,
Malcolm Jenkins almost tracked him down.
Vancouver's a pretty nice town, I'll be honest.
The thing with Vancouver is that there's so many things that you can do otherwise that people aren't fixated on sports like they are in other cities.
Yes, it's LA North, absolutely. The we have some pretty ugly parts of town. The worst street corner in North America is in Vancouver. It's gotten a little better, but it used to look like Escape from New York, like this condensed 6 blocks called the downtown east side. Like realistically dumpster fires and people doing heroin on the street, that kind of thing. It's gotten a lot better though as of late.
No, like hundreds of people doing heroin. It's not it's no
lots
joke.
Of people, yeah, in 4 blocks. You can't. What is it going to be? Lemmings just piled up?
Pretty much. It's pretty much what it is.
It's gross.
The U.S. has some cities that everyone universally agrees is garbage, like Detroit. Vancouver is very far from Detroit.
No. That would be.
He's talking about like a 2 or 3 block radius.
Yeah, just 2 or 3 blocks.
You're thinking of like Winnipeg.
Yeah, I was going to say Winnipeg. Windsor.
Yeah,
Windsor's Detroit. Windsor is Detroit.
Well, aren't they like neighboring?
Yeah, they are
other?
neighboring. They're just across the pond. They're very similar. Wow. Yeah, the strip clubs are dying off in our neck of the woods, Jay. I was never a big into it, but I've been many times. I had a girlfriend that liked going, so when I was young.
I went to a strip club once where they had girls. Ugh.
It's like a Norm Macdonald joke. I watched a porn and it was gay and had all guys. Man, they're horrible. And you're waiting for a lady and she never shows up.
The good old Barracks Buddies 2 fiasco.
Seahawks are driving here. Girls are gross, LOL. Yeah. Big Ryan and I are huge Norm Macdonald fans, so. He's from Quebec. He doesn't speak French though, so he's more like an Ontario type guy. But yeah, Norm's a G. So he's a friend of mine, believe it or not. So I don't want to say my friend's name. My friend's a famous writer. So I didn't get to meet Norm, but he wrote me a poem in his book. So it's my coffee table book at home. It's pretty cool. It's probably my favorite possession, one of them at least. Getting hot in here. Holy. I have to get Big Rye to open all the lights on us. Jeez. So Brandon Graham was hurt, and he's looks like he's gonna be okay. What Al Michael said. Oh no, Carson Wentz is going to the locker room. Josh McCown's a backup. I like Josh McCown, but come on now, this is not good. Big Rye. Oh, Clowney hit the back of Wentz's head with his helmet. Wentz is out.
Whatever, that's been standard for him. He can't play a full season.
Philly backup Josh McCown. He got hit in the back of the head with a helmet by Clowney.
I'm fine with Josh McCown playing.
Yeah, I know. So am I. I just prefer Wentz. Yes! Oh! We can't get a tip drill interception. Come on, Eagles.
It looked like someone jumped early there, too.
Yeah, it was a no-call offside. For a 9-yard attempt. Yeah, that's true, Dylan. That is so true. And it's good. Wow.
Really nice kick. Too bad they don't have their Super Bowl winning quarterback. Yeah. 3 buzz, cuz.
Seahawks lead 3-0 with that field goal that was pretty close, let's say. So Eagles are going to get the ball with Josh McCown at quarterback, and Big Rye feasting on more pizza that I'm jealous of.
I don't think you're that jealous. But it's part of the fat guy moniker.
Just let me know. Just say the word, guys. I'll get rid of them. Don't worry. Be very easy, too. There's a ravine near here. Be easy. I don't care. Whatever.
As something I heard as a young boy, don't talk about it, be about it.
Oh, postseason debut for Josh McCown.
Nice.
17th season.
The recently retired and came back, Josh McCown.
I'm going to have to get a cauliflower pizza. You sure are, Sam. This is looking good. Oh. Nice return from Boston Scott. 27-yard line. Felt like it was going to be a bit bigger, but the camera angle is always deceiving. Mickey Livelander, so I like field goals. Yes, McCown, Jay. Yeah, you're going to have to.
I like McCown. The only thing with McCown is he's turnover prone. McCown also likes to pick certain receivers or tight ends and pretty much throw to them exclusively. So I got a feeling we're going to get a heavy dose of Zach Ertz. That's my guess.
They called a timeout? You're not supposed to have a timeout after you receive a kickoff. What are you doing? Oh, sorry. That kind of stuff drives me nuts. Now they're doing the Nick Foles comparison, sure.
McCown's got to be 40 now, right?
I think he's over 40. Here we go. They're in a single back, double tight end formation. This is a nice run to start. You know what? This could end up being good for the Eagles in that their big guys are going to have to beat the Seattle's big guys on both sides of the ball. He's 40. Yeah. So, I mean...
I don't think Wentz is soft. He just gets hurt.
Well, you know what? If you get headbutted by Clowney in the back of the head, I can understand that. I don't like pitches, but this is going to work. What a job. Nice work, Eagles. You know what? The strength of this Eagles offense is their tight ends and offensive line, so I'm liking this. Sprinkle in a little play action, simplify the offense. This might end up working better for the Eagles. These first two plays are fantastic. Ertz with just a great block on just sealing the outside. 1st and 10 here. Hey, I like running the ball. So does Big Rye. That's our bread and butter. Keep the defense fresh. Another run. And a good one, too. Only 3 yards. Got popped by Cody Barton and Wagner. So, second quarter is going to start. Philadelphia's ball, 2nd and 8. Down 3-0 to the Seattle Seahawks.
Carson Wentz isn't Will Fuller. He's not coming out because he strained a hamstring.
Yes. He's not Kiki QT. Speaking of receivers, how do you like Diggs' behavior today? It's insane.
I thought he was fine. I thought that it was over dramatized by the commentators and the coverage of the game.
All right, that might be a reasonable comment.
I thought it was crazy. Like, they were giving him a hard time like he was doing something bad. Like, the guy lost his cool on one play, and that was it.
Was the Clowney hit dirty? I wouldn't say so, but Wentz was already going to the ground, and he did hit him in the back of the head with a helmet. I mean, in slow motion, it looks dirty. In real time, it doesn't. That's the best way I could put it. And to put it bluntly, there wasn't much of a reproach from the Eagles sideline, so, I mean, no one thought that. And, Untouchable Jay says yes, so... To me, it's kind of what you do as a D lineman.
I'm not sure if this game tightens up. There might be more turnovers now if McCown's playing, to be honest.
If they're going to play this strategy and they're going to be able to run it, then I'm going to say no. I say it's good for the under. Of course, we're all just men with opinion at the moment.
Well, did the over-under change after the injury? That's something more interesting if someone's following along with the OU. Yeah. Yeah, Mickey asked, was there a flag on the play?
Nope.
Sam, it's definitely not true that they wouldn't change in-game numbers based on injuries. They would definitely change in-game numbers. Like, if Russell Wilson gets hurt, there's no way that doesn't affect the over-under or the line on this game.
Or the line of Seahawks. Otherwise, it'd just be easy money betting on the other side. Yeah, he hit his head pretty hard on the ground after getting hit in the back of the head by Clowney. Nice play action from McCown. What is he doing, though? Just throw it away. Was that a design run?
You know who he looked like on that run? He looked like Joe Pesci playing basketball.
Yeah, in the super.
Was that on a sack or a quarterback run? Like, what's the context of that play?
I can't recall anymore. Anyways, it's 3rd and 9 from their own 43.5 yard line.
Oh, my God. This is really what they're doing with McCown?
There's a flag here after being tackled behind the line. So this could benefit the Eagles. Looks like a hold maybe or block in the back. Yeah, it's blocking the back on the Eagles. In-game under looking good. Yes, I would say so. 83. What a good job getting to the returner. So it looks like he's at the 13, David Moore. So Seahawks are going to get the ball. 13:50 left in the second quarter, up 3-0 on the Eagles, who are currently without Carson Wentz.
Did they report if he's out or questionable to return?
He's questionable to return. If going to locker room from Henry, I'd say return is very unlikely. Yeah, I would agree with that. But who knows? He hasn't been ruled out. It's a playoff game. Maybe they give him more leeway. I don't know. I don't recall this happening from a concussion in a playoff game. Doesn't that mean, I think so. Eagles didn't have a chance with Carson. Stop with the excuse. I didn't make an excuse, and I don't think that's true. There's no such thing as 100%, and I still feel this was a good Eagles play, and the game isn't over either, Mike. Everyone has a chance in the playoffs. Vikings were 8-point underdogs, and they won today. So their win probability was a lot lower than that of the Eagles, even currently.
Eagles were actually favorites coming into the game.
Well, I don't know. It's written in the comment section. I'm gonna respond. Yeah, I still think it's an Eagles play. I wonder what it might be a good Eagles in-game money line because people are underestimating McCown. I warn you not to remove the toque. Yeah. Well, unfortunately for me, I'm not superstitious. It's just hot in here. Still got it though. Nice catch by DK Metcalf. Not a Jalen Mills fan at all. A lot of it stems from this tweet he had. He thought he was snubbed for the Pro Bowl, and I think it was his rookie year, despite giving up 7 touchdowns. You know, if the only corner that's allowed to give up 7 touchdowns and make the the Pro Bowl is Asante Samuel, and that's because he probably returned 7 for a touchdown.
2nd and 2 for Seattle.
Travis Homer back there.
Play action.
Play action. Soft
Complete
side
to
of the
Lockett.
zone. Very good. Pretty impressive from the Seahawks receivers to make it. They seem to find holes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the play action works well.
Yeah, and not only that is Wilson could have ran for first down there. That's it just spread out too much. Yeah, I did think that. Usually we like going for it, Mad Capper, but I prefer to punt. Big Rye prefer to field goal attempt. I like to punt because it de-incentivizes. You pin them back, and it de-incentivizes them to go for it. Like you're more in like a tie or win situation. Big Rye likes the field goal because it's. Obviously, and not only that, Fairbairn is one of the better kickers in the league. So either of those were good. I guess I hit my Wentz prop. Yeah, there might be a stipulation for him getting injured, though, Jay. Sometimes books do that.
But it's one of the reasons why you want to take unders.
Unders, yes, absolutely.
Once you take a snap and once he plays, it should be fine, though.
Should be fine, yeah. Lynch is in here in pass protection. What a job, Jacob Hollister. He might get called for being pushing off. And by his body language, it looks like he is. I was going to say, how did he beat a corner so easy? Yeah, pass interference on the offense against Seattle. It's second quarter, 11:47 left. It will be it's a 10-yard penalty. Who's he on? Who's 27?
Malcolm Jenkins.
Oh, it's against a safety. That's pretty reasonable. 2nd and 18 for the Hawks here on their side of the field. At their own 28-yard line. Oh. There's no way that's a catch. There is no way that's a catch. He
landed out of bounds.
Tyler Lockett with just an incredible effort, but not able to corral it in bounds, just on the sideline. It's going to be 3rd and 18 for the Hawks. 11:23 left in the second quarter at their own 28-yard line.
Wilson had pressure in his face there. I was very surprised he was able to make that throw.
This is quite the throw, though. This is quite the throw and effort.
He might have got both feet in. 1, 2. But he doesn't control the ball.
He doesn't control the ball at the end. Seahawks don't. Oh, they're challenging. Wow.
Matt Capper calling a shot, saying he's going to definitely win the contest next season.
You will definitely have your chance, Mad Capper. You will definitely have your chance.
Are they challenging a completion?
Yeah. Honestly, it's going to be hard to overturn just the way things are in the rules. I thought it was he didn't corral it all the way till the end, but it was incredible effort. DC calling it a catch. I don't think it is. I don't think they're going to turn it over, but we're going to see. Yeah, the ball hit the ground. But just pretty good, man. Wilson is, and with that pass from Wilson with pressure, he's the best player in the NFL. He really is. That's my opinion on it. Yeah. And what an effort from Lockett. Lockett's pretty good value. JJ calling it a catch. Okay, so let's say it is a catch. Is it overturnable, guys? That's the big question. Whether we think it's a catch or not is inconsequential. I'm gonna say they won't overturn it. That would be my guess on it.
DC just hit us with a comment that I was figuring to bring up to spark some controversy, but if the game's scripted, who's supposed to get this call?
That's interesting. Probably I would think Seattle, to be honest.
Yeah. Catch, but that bobble makes it hard to overturn.
If I think if the word bobble comes in, then I think if the word bobble is within the ether of speaking of that catch, then I think it's not a catch. But this, you know what? Think of the absurdity of the rules. There's everyone in this chat watches football all the time, and no one actually has a definitive answer. There's speculation on both sides, right?
Matt Capper thinks it's a catch, but they're going to call what they want.
That's not unreasonable.
Scripted, no defending champs, storied franchise.
I don't know. I feel like the Hawks seem to have things go their way a lot.
Pete Carroll's celebrating, so I'm just guessing this is a catch.
See, this is the only team that seems to win these.
One foot in.
2 foot in.
So it was reversed?
Call reversed.
What did the ref say?
He kept 2 feet in bounds, control the ball to the ground. So this is going to be first down for Seahawks. That's a big call going the Seahawks' way on a big gain.
On this week's episode of WTF is a Catch featuring Tyler Lockett.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I think it's a little interesting considering how I don't think that's consistent with how it's been this year, but it's what
like
it
Matt
is.
Capper
Things
said,
go the Seahawks' way a lot, and that's another one, but that's okay. 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 44-yard line. Eagles up 3-0. Or sorry, Seahawks up 3-0. Cox is insanely held there. I don't. Nice pass to Homer. It's going to be a hold on the guard on Fletcher Cox. I think that's going to be a common theme this evening. I just hope Cox has the gas to have a fourth quarter pass rush, being such a big man. Yeah.
That's one of the big things is about Philly needing to stay on the field on offense.
Yes.
And sustain drives so that this defensive line can stay fresh.
Absolutely.
It was one of the strengths of the Eagles' defensive line is having that depth. I'm just not sure if they still have that same
I don't think they do.
depth as they have before in the past.
They had Pro Bowl guys come rotating in at 5 and 6 down the depth chart. Pro Bowl caliber guys. Oh. Did this ball come out? No. Derek Barnett with a huge club swing on the ball on Travis Homer. I felt like it had a chance. Cox looks like he's in pain. It's not going to be good for Philadelphia going forward. He's their best player on the entire team is Fletcher Cox. Holy, did he just annihilate the center. Cox is just a beast of a man. I hope he's all right. So there's a lateral pass pretty much to Travis Homer is able to garner a few yards, bringing up 3rd and 16, I'm going to say, just inside Eagles territory. Seahawks up 3-0. 9:40 left in the second quarter.
Untouchable. I see what you did there.
What's that?
Said untouchable. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Here we go. Here, can the Seahawks convert yet another difficult down and distance? Philadelphia playing a lot off their guys here. Nice play by Cox, able to get in. There is a flag and there is a whistle though.
I don't know if Cox just made a great move off the line, but it looked like he was unblocked and picked up by Homer.
Delay a game on Seattle. I wish for Philadelphia's sake that would have been better if it wasn't, but here we go. It's going to be a few yards back. The thing about this Eagles team, Big Ry said it best, is if this defense can continue at this clip, they have a good shot at this game, but I don't think it's possible considering how much exposure they have on the field. They only have 22 yards of offense. This is just, they're going to have to do something. I don't know what. What a play, man. They left Travis Homer to block Fletcher Cox.
No. He beat Hunt off the line that fast.
Yeah.
That was unreal.
But why did Hunt double block then?
Because he got beat. Like, he was done.
It's that easy, though? Now, the 3rd and 19 pass to Marshawn Lynch is incomplete. Seattle's going to have to punt up 3-0. 8:55 left in the second quarter.
You know what's funny about Lynch playing in these games is I feel like he's more of a celebrity than a player right
Yes. That's a great way of putting it. I mean, he hasn't played in how long? So I have some inside knowledge about what he does in his spare time, and it's a lot of drinking, so I actually do.
Yeah, well, it's good to know.
He's a big partier, which I could see, too. You're retired? Why
Doesn't
not?
surprise me. Excellent punt here from Seattle.
Seattle does a good job. They get a favorable bounce to the 7-yard line for the Josh McCown-led Eagles offense, which is going to have a little bit of difficulty. Not that they didn't already with Carson Wentz. This is going to be tough.
Sam says the Eagles offense likely will look dead until second half adjustments.
I can understand that. Let's see what. One thing I will say about Doug Peterson, I feel like he comes a little bit alive in the playoffs as far as creative play calling, which is kind of what you need to do to win in general. I mean, he should carry that same sentiment all the way through the season. But I mean, if we're gonna see something interesting, this would be it. 17th season for Josh McCown. This is his 7th team.
Ninth team there, according to those numbers.
McCown with not that good of a ball to Burnett, number 16, a guy I don't know.
That was a good pass. They didn't let him drop back and make any plays the first 2 drives, so it's nice to see them start off by letting him throw the ball. It's tough to do. It's tough to be a 40-year-old quarterback to have your first postseason game.
They're lining up in a single back set. McCown trips on his way to handing it over to Boston Scott, who does a great job getting a first down. Stiff arm and Quandre Diggs. Nice job, Eagles. Boston Scott's the next Sproles. I mean, that's a bold proclamation, but I got to be honest, Jay, he looks the part.
He's filling that role right now. To say he's going to be the next Sproles
is another thing.
Forward is completely different.
He does give you that visual remembrance, being short and quick like that. So they claim that he's 5'6", 200, but I would be very skeptical if it wasn't 200 with weights in his pockets and all his equipment on. McCown makes another completion. 2nd and 5. I guess they're kind of giving him a little bit of a cushion, assuming the run, which is kind of nice considering Boston Scott is going to be able to be involved in the pass game theoretically. So another inside zone run with Scott, who plows forward for a few yards. We're going to have 3rd and short here. 3rd and 3 for the Eagles. You should take the clock down here, boys. Clowney versus Jason Peters has got to be a pretty good matchup. Peters isn't quite what he used to be, but Clowney made a great swim move inside to make the tackle on Boston Scott. 3rd and 3 here. Jay foreshadowing a big run here, which in our Canadian feed is a little bit behind. And it sure looks like it Fantastic. Miles Sanders, the 44-yard line, able to get a first down for the Eagles. Fantastic job. Fantastic job. So it's Clowney. Wow. There's no linebacker covering that gap. It's this C gap. Oh, a little high ball to Ertz. Not able to corral it. Flowers pushing him out of bounds. 2nd and 10, 6:08 left. Seattle up 3-0. They're touching on Clowney's core injury to his inner core. Yeah, it's probably going to require off-season surgery. They had mentioned on Roto World and currently during this broadcast. So, I mean, if you're going to play hurt, the playoffs is the time to do it. So, single back again, man in motion. Looks like Miles Sanders is back there. McCown is running with it. He's able to get, I'm going to say 3 yards maybe, taking a hit from Cody Barton.
And who's McCown's backup?
I don't have an answer for that. It would have been Nate Sudfeld, actually, but he's inactive, so they don't have one. That's from my memory, guys, though, so it is fallible.
Yeah, Sudfeld's the only other
Yeah, he's inactive, so they don't have one. Little bit risky then. Another timeout taken by the Eagles. I'm not quite a fan of this clock management, but there are a lot of things to hammer out, and I can understand.
Untouchable with some insight that Greg Ward was a college quarterback.
Okay, well, I guess it would be Greg Ward. So
I'm guessing he's playing receiver.
Yeah, he's playing receiver. I would prefer if they don't have to go to that, though. He's an undrafted wide receiver. Oh, he played on the San Antonio Commanders, which was the AAF.
Perfect.
1 receiving touchdown. He's 5'11", 186. I mean, all right. That would probably be the guy, I would imagine.
McCown about to drop a dime.
Yep, we get Jameson Griffiths tipping us off just a little bit early, which is quite all right, especially when it's good news. Great pass.
Goddard with the reception.
Dallas Goddard. Does it go to Goddard? Who knows? Fantastic. Starting at their own 7 or 8 yard line, the Eagles are able to creep into Seattle's area here. Getting colder, getting louder at the link. Philadelphia driving. Now at the Seahawks 37-yard line. This is they just did a keeper play for 10 yards. Josh McCown, former wide receiver Josh McCown, a designed run. Oh man, is that awesome. Hey, but it worked. Yeah, he ran his bag off, being chased vigorously by Ziggy Ansah. Lucky they didn't run to Clowney's side because I feel it would have been a violent hit from behind. Clowney, of course, a 4-5 runner. There's an injury on the Seattle defense here. Ziggy Ansah in pursuit injured himself. I don't want to see that's a good thing, but it is fortuitous for the Philadelphia Eagles. All right. Now this commercial has informed me, if my weight bet wasn't already in doubt, that $2.50 for a Mama Burger, which I could consume at least 6 or 7 of those on a reasonable day.
If you lose enough weight, people will start calling you Big Rye.
Best part about driving, listening to games, is getting Marv Albert play-by-play. Yes, I would agree that it is. Kevin Harlan is fantastic too. Kevin Harlan's really good, actually. Marv Albert, yeah, those are two of my favorites. Why can't we get those guys like? I don't know. I enjoy those guys more than any of the commentary cast. Not that I don't even mind Al Michaels and Chris Collingsworth. I'm one of the few people that doesn't mind Joe Buck either. So, like Buck Aikman's fine for me, to be honest. Booger is starting to wear on everyone. It feels like though.
Aikman wasn't very good today.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I have rose-colored glasses when I think about Aikman. Jackson Littlewood, hello from Ireland. How are you, sir?
He's got to love the early playoff times.
And what time is it in Ireland?
They got to be 8 or 9 hours ahead. From us, at least.
Oh, it's 10:49.
There you go. 8 hours ahead. Best part about driving and listening to the game is getting Marv Albert play-by-play. Marv Albert is one of the best, no matter what sport.
I was praising Kevin Harlan as well.
Yeah, those two guys are excellent. But those two guys are different than the guys we're talking about. We're talking about color guys.
Yeah. But it's still, I don't know. It may be different, but the entertainment value is higher, as you would say.
Jackson's back in the U.S. for his college break. That's nice.
Oh, here we go. Step up in the pocket. McCown. Is he throwing it away? Yes. Nice job. Nice job. It looked a little clunky, but I mean, we're going to take this progress. This is a makeshift Eagles offense right now. But maybe this could. Did you guys ever see the Aikman Jay-Z comparison? It's pretty crazy. No, I didn't know that there was one. Oh, no. Big Rye just brought it up. It totally is. Second and 10 here. Eagles encroaching at the Seahawks 26-yard line. Inside zone run to Boston Scott. Too many Seahawks. Be third and 10 here.
Is that Will Barden?
Cody Barden.
It's Cody Barden. Thanks. Yeah. Cody Barden making the play with Kendricks out. Or inactive, I should say.
This is a pretty depleted Eagles outside of the offensive line. Receivers, many injured. Running backs, many injured.
Both these teams got quite a few injuries.
Yeah. And now they have a backup quarterback. It's going to be 3rd and 11 here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Boston Scott moving back in. Oh, this is just This was a play failed from the start. It's just a lateral pass pretty much to Boston Scott. Bobby Wagner may be able to make the tackle. Jackson Little with a great question. How much of the line of shift if Wentz had been injured before this game?
I think it would have been Seattle -3. That's my guess.
My guess would have been 3.5 or 4. So we got a 46-yard field goal attempt from Jake Elliott, one of the best in the league. Looking to tie it up, down 3-0 to Seattle with 2:58 left in the second quarter. Nice. There we go. It's good. We got a tie game with Josh McCown at the helm, leading the first points for Philadelphia. Right on. Now, the one thing about that drive, even just as much as the points, is it was a pretty long one, it felt like. So that's going to be favorable for Eagles going forward and possibly detrimental to the Seahawks. Getting a 3-and-out against Seattle is one of the most daunting tasks. Like I'd mentioned before, not that I'm on the Eagles today, but I do think Russell Wilson's the best player in the NFL, and it's just unbelievably hard to stop him. Are we gonna get delay a game penalty here?
I don't believe they have a clock on the kickoff.
I don't know.
They've got it. They're showing that it is, but
Great tackle. Great tackle by number 50. Duke Riley, formerly of the Falcons, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're correct. I was thinking too. I was going, where's Duke Riley from? And I think you're right. That was a good one. I'm giving you props there, fat guy.
I used to be so good at that. That's all gone now, though.
Well, we've spent a lot less work this year focusing on
Atlanta Falcons, correct. They traded for him, I believe. I used to... It's a crying shame. 10 years ago, I could do almost, I'm going to say 1,500 players I could probably do. Now I'd be lucky to do 200. So, maybe a bit more.
That's not true.
Maybe 500. Metcalf with a short gain tackled by Avonte Maddox.
That would be interesting, actually, what the OU was of players, you could say.
That would be interesting. I could probably do... You know what? I'm gonna say the over/under is 525. I would say
You'd go way over.
You think I'd go over of
You
active
could name,
players?
Because you could name 300 alone fantasy relevant players, like
Oh,
running
yeah, I
backs
could
and
do that.
receivers and tight ends.
What do you think? What do you think it's at 700 and something then?
Yeah,
Yeah. Because think about it, it's over. That's over 20 a team though. Yeah, I could probably
that's
do it.
easy.
That's easy. So we're gonna get to the 2-minute warning. Seattle has the ball and they're tied 3-3. So the under's looking pretty good here for those of you on it.
Sam, LOL, home team in playoffs 10-0 when birds versus birds. That's definitely a meaningful stat.
I can do 2 running backs on every team and 2 quarterbacks. That's a big deal. And 3 wide receivers right away. O-line is not as good as it used to be. D-line not as good as it used to be. Huh.
I think you'd surprise yourself.
Yeah, maybe. If there's money on it, I'm good in those situations.
It's treating every moment like there's money on it. Is where it really starts
Yes.
making a difference.
How many? I bet my friend Alan, who could do more European countries, and I got like 36 or 37. I lost.
Really?
Yeah. There's so many weird ones too. Luxembourg, Liechtenstein, Lithuania. Go with L. Latvia,
It's the really, really small ones that get you.
San Marino. It's the big ones that get me. I missed Germany.
Did you?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think geography-wise when you do
Yeah,
those?
I do, but I just somehow like it's so obvious that I didn't do it.
Yeah, Macedonia is a good one, Jackson.
No getter in Macedonia. That one I did get Macedonia. FYR Macedonia.
I'm starting to miss the This Is Us commercials.
I am starting to. Although this HBO original series starting Jason Bateman looks okay. It's another Stephen King thing. Stephen King must be racking up the dollars in royalties lately.
Yeah, no kidding. Is he still alive?
Yeah. Hopefully he's off the sauce.
Judging by how much content he's pushing out, I guess not.
Well, he wrote Misery because it was about his alcoholism.
72. It's from Portland.
Yeah, he went to school with like 4 other kids or something.
What does that mean?
But that's all he had in his class.
Oh.
It's Portland, Maine. Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
it's okay. It's two Portlands.
3rd and 4 for Seattle. Metcalf with the pick is going to make this easy reception.
What a just fast stride. Flipped out of bounds by LeBlanc. 3rd and 4 for 26 yards.
You'll get to see the replay here. And it's just a rub off of Hollister. Nothing Darby
Metcalf
can do
looking
there.
pretty fast on his non-straight line speed, which was a issue during the draft. I think he had the worst 3-cone drill ever or something. I think that put people off. There's a flag down now.
Well, it's just his lack of routes run in college put people off.
Holding on defense. Added to the end of the run. This is a bizarre penalty on LeBlanc, who is to blame for the last 2 plays. I want to see this again. It's him versus Lockett. That's a good matchup. What is that? Lockett just ran straight up with his arms up. And it's a run anyways. I don't know. I'll never understand football. I mean, I guess it's a hold, but just weird. Robert Turbin, an old favorite, Turbo Turbin, formerly of the Cleveland Browns and Seattle Seahawks, is stepping into the game. Rocking the number 34. Incomplete pass to Lockett, just out of reach. Picking on LeBlanc once again for the 3rd time, I guess. Crowd seems pretty weak for a close playoff game. I perhaps. Who knows the acoustics? It's a fun word to say, acoustics. Seattle just encroaching in Philadelphia's territory. We're going to have 2nd and 10 here. Lynch seems pretty at ease on the sideline next to Travis Homer with Robert Turbin in at running back. This is a bomb from Wilson that's out of bounds to David Moore.
He pretty much just threw that away. Yeah. There was a lot of pressure coming from a bunch of different angles there.
We got an interesting 3rd and 10 here. Let's hope that Wilson isn't able to drum up some of the magic he has this year.
Untouchable bringing up a good point, saying that the Wentz injury took a little bit out of this crowd.
Well, they need to get back into it. They need him now more than ever. So, and it's a 3-3 game. I don't know what the issue is.
It's also deceiving because the different broadcasts use different types of mics. So Some of them will pipe down the crowd noise. Some of them will pump up the crowd noise. I always like the crowd noise over the commentary.
Yes, absolutely.
Me. I'm sure a lot of people at the game feel the same way.
Seattle taking a timeout, and just as we commentate on the crowd, they started to get a little bit louder on that 3rd down.
It makes sense. Seattle had to take a timeout. I don't know if it was completely because of the crowd noise, but
couldn't have hurt.
What are the... Do you know when the Premier League's on? Like, when does soccer season run?
They still got a little bit ways to go. Liverpool's all but pretty close, locked up for their first title in 29 years.
Do you know when they start roughly and when they end?
They start on... I couldn't give you off the top of my head. My dad is big into that, though. Big into it.
I'm asking because I'm curious if we track stuff.
August to May.
So it's pretty much the same as
basketball,
North American sports.
Yeah. I didn't think it was that long, but Wilson.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. How does that happen? Unbelievable, just almost a luck play. I don't know how else to put that. I mean, wow.
Down to the 5. Yeah, I agree with untouchable. Make a tackle. Just a weird play from that secondary player. I didn't see who it was. Eagles used their
bizarre
last
play.
timeout.
He got LeBlanc again. And Moore gave up about 7 yards. They're picking on LeBlanc. That's 4 plays in a row. All he had to do was wrap him up. He ran back to avoid the tackle. David Moore ran back 6-7 yards and then was able to make up the distance because of everyone else being stretched downfield. So I guess they isolated LeBlanc in theory, but that was a broken play more or less. Oh, this is just such a killer. These always go Seattle's way. So it's very difficult to account for. And this takes the wind out of the stadium and your players. Oh, that's such a critical play. Put in Sidney Jones. I thought Sidney Jones was hurt still. LeBlanc is still on. Homer in motion. All right, thrown away by Russell Wilson. Second and goal for the Seahawks. 3-3 game. If they are able to hold no field goal, that'd be fantastic. But it's just unfortunate. They would have had good field position, the ball, and still a tie game if they were able to stave off that amazing third down play, which just seems to happen to the Seahawks all season. Pretty interesting stuff.
Has there been any updates about Wentz?
They haven't said anything since. Now that he's lost the bet of the century, no, I have not heard anything from Dylan. Oddly quiet.
It looks like Hollister jumps here. Most likely going to be a false start on the offense.
I almost feel like a false start is good almost for the offense to give him a little bit more of a cushion. It's not as short of a field as far as getting a touchdown is concerned.
I disagree, but...
Well, on second down? Yeah. Walt Anderson's on the sideline in a parka. Wilson incomplete to DK Metcalf on a slant. There's another flag, though. This is going to be roughing the passer on Derek Barnett, I think. Oh, man. Derek Barnett roughing the passer. I didn't see it, but I just saw his reaction to it. Why aren't we showing this? They're showing the route. They're showing it in the stadium. And
that was good coverage from Mills. Barnett very late with that hit.
He did try and... He was pushed into him, and he did try and gently grab him, but it did look like a hit. Lynch able to get in, just plow his way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Very unfortunate for the Eagles.
Nice part for Philly, the small win, is they still have over a minute left on the clock, but no timeouts. It's going to be tough with McCown.
You got to give Beast Mode credit because he did rally the old Beast Mode back, and he pulled, 4 guys in the end zone on a second effort. Fluker did a good job stopping Nigel Bradham. That LeBlanc play is just took the air out of me, too. Seattle up 9-3, and they're going to kick the field goal.
Marv is so coked up, he's about 30 seconds ahead of you. Beast mode, just can't make the crucial tackles.
I don't know if I'd call Malcolm Jenkins a really good tackler, but let's see what we got from Josh McCown, though. He's going to have the opportunity. This is kind of where you feel like a turnover is plausible. So they're going to get it with 1:06 left, the Philadelphia Eagles. The kickoff, that is. Yeah, NBC couldn't wait to play this beast mode thing, yeah.
Yeah, Fluker did an excellent job there.
Yeah,
helping
he sure
him
did.
get those last few yards.
Clowney jumping off side here. Who receives the ball?
I can't remember. Philly does.
That's good. Be nice to salvage 3 points here. Nice catch here by Dallas Goedert. He's not giving himself a generous spot. Hello, sir. He looks like he's lining up offside almost. Tight end here. Oh, that's a false start on Jason Peters.
What's going on, Apruva?
Well, it's a good time to be there. They just got a fortuitous touchdown, and there's a backup quarterback in for the Eagles. It's Goddard. Let's go, Eagles. You got to snap the ball here. No one's open. He's going to have to throw this away. I think there's a late hit here on McCown. I mean, I don't know. He pushed him down after he threw it. I'm not really sure. I don't know what a penalty is as far as that goes anyways. That doesn't seem that much different than what happened to Russell Wilson. A little bit less violent maybe.
I think that's a no call. I think that's fine.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. 2nd and 15, Eagles. 16 seconds left. A lot of scrambling by McCown. This sack should end the end of half.
So I'm still a little scared, although Seahawks also come back. Eagles come back strong in the second half. We'll see.
Miles Sanders is hurt now. This is everything's coming apart for the Seahawks or the Eagles. Sanders is clutching his hip.
Still no news on Wentz if he's going to be coming back. If he hasn't come back yet, I doubt he is. Eagles team doctors need to be fired immediately. Yeah. I don't know if you can put this on the team doctors.
I don't know if you can put it on doctors. Anyone do a welfare check on Dylan Toddfield? No, and there's no response. I'm going to put a little email out to him right now.
The opening line for San Fran, Minnesota is San Fran -7. It's been bet down to 6.5. It's interesting that the Saints were actually bigger favorites than San Fran is.
Yeah.
Dylan Clark, usually how that works is that you would win the parlay. It would just go down one game. So instead of let's say you make a 3-team parlay and one of the team pushes, you just win a 2-team parlay.
Well, I sent an email to Dylan Toddfield, so I don't know. You just want. I don't think you can blame something for its natural. It's natural to get injured playing sports, especially football. Here's a good example. The last 2 years, or the 2 years before this one, the Redskins had over 50 people on IR. 50 players.
John said, speaking of parlays, I won week 17 in my parlay pool. Only won 2 weeks, but the pool was 476. I'll definitely take it. 952 on the season.
Fantastic.
That's excellent.
Yeah,
That's, 100% return on investment? Doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's all you're looking to do.
Ended up only one game above 500 for the season, though. Well, it doesn't matter. Even if you picked higher, you probably would have made less money. What about the weeks you lost? How much you lose then? You wouldn't lose any because it's
a
you
fixed pool.
You pay up front. Mad about you coming back. Anyone remember how it ended? No, Sam. How did it end?
I don't know. Paul Reiser didn't have a career. I just leave it as is, C Sports, depending on the line. I don't know what the price of the Eagles' comeback is. I can't imagine that people aren't hammering the Seahawks right now. Because the ending of this half looks bad for the Eagles. Wentz is probably out. Miles Sanders just got hurt. It is a lot of fun doing it that way, I agree. It gets difficult with the money of Perva because I don't know the legality of everything. Does seem large, Dylan. I'll give you that. It's tough, Mike. Tough to say. We'll take a look at the market factors. So that's our, and then we'll put them out in the video. To be honest. Oh, they're complaining about pass interference on Kyle Rudolph now. Is there any more? Like, how much more complaining can the Saints do?
Well, they already reviewed it at the end of the game. Approva, that's something that we are going to do. We're going to do a viewers fantasy league. We might do multiple leagues depending on how many people are interested.
Yeah.
And that would definitely be something fun to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Could be multiple depending on the the level of interest.
Chiefs -10, Ravens -9.5, and Niners -7. All those games seem too large. That's why the favorites might be the way to go, which is hard to believe I'm even saying.
It's official. Jason Garrett is no longer the coach of the Cowboys.
I think that's what we expected.
Yeah.
There was a lot of drama around it, that's for sure.
The Browns probably hire Garrett. I doubt it. Eliminator pool. Yeah, we're going to bounce a lot of ideas. We're not going to rush to judgment just yet. Oh, I love it, DC. That's what this is all about, mud throwing. Are you too sure you want to get embarrassed in fantasy by me? Bold strategy, Cotton. I like to think we do okay in fantasy. At least
I think there's a lot more luck in fantasy.
Yes. It's only a few percentage points, but I don't mind our strategy. They can put our fantasy totals on the Ocho, ESPN 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, Jason. We'll keep everyone that's an active contributor in the loop. Don't worry. Who do you think sign AB next year? I'm gonna say nobody, Sam. That'd be my guess. I mean, do you really want that? I just is any player worth that headache? I have an unlikely disdain for receivers in particular. I don't value the position as much, and I find them to be more of a headache than anything. I'm a Julian Edelman guy.
Ten-way tie for first place so far in the playoff picks. It's most likely Odell stays in Cleveland.
Yeah, most likely. I think Aperva. I would go the other way, to be honest. Aperva. I mean, just everything good seems Seattle's way. The book doesn't just put a line out to lose, so I think they're trying to save themselves a little bit.
What is the line? 7.5.
So apparently Paul and Jamie split up, then ended with them getting back together. Yeah, I'm still glad Matt about you's back on. But do what gives you the least amount of regret, Aperva. Don't listen to me. All right, Eagles return the ball at their own 25-yard line. Here we go. Wentz is out. This is confirmed.
Sam, thanks for that Matt about you lore. You still think the Eagles keep it close? Defense is playing well, and they have to rest, and they have to the rest of way. Wentz no return. Just gotta sit back and see how this turns out. We're gonna see what kind of coaching adjustments that each team makes at halftime.
Sanders, despite being hurt, is able to come back in the game. Big gain to Zach Ertz. Quandre Diggs looked frustrated with himself on that play. Perhaps this is going to... Oh, let's see this play. Right on. Eagles can play with nothing to lose. I would agree. They did it in the Super Bowl. Wow. Greg Ward with a nice reverse. Good tackling. You can always count on the Seahawks for good tackling. Yeah, I'm hoping the Eagles are able to come back. It's unlikely, though.
Second and 7 for the Eagles on the Seattle 40.
We got a bomb here, and this has got to be a flag against Flowers. Trey Flowers is going to get a call for... I'm hoping it's pass interference rather than holding, but we'll see. Oh, pass interference. Fantastic. Bigger penalty for the Eagles. Eagles driving. They need to cap this drive off, though. Sluggo. Here we go. At the 20-yard line, Eagles encroaching on the red zone. We got a pitch to Boston Scott, who's going to get more than 10 yards. This is Eagles at the 4. We're in business. First and goal at the 4-yard line. Down 10-3 the Seattle Seahawks. And this is a quick drive, minute 30. Look at these double tight ends. Goddard able to take 2 guys out of the play.
It's pretty good. Pretty good considering he was thought of as a guy coming into the season coming into the draft, into the NFL as a guy who was only going to be able to patch. Whatever. You guys get it. Catch passes.
Well, Collinsworth was claiming he's the best run blocker.
Yeah.
So.
But he wasn't thought of as that.
Delay a game by the Eagles. This is one thing you can't do. Well, I don't believe my luck. I mean,
still lots of game to play, Apruva.
English hard, huh? Bigger high, yeah.
That's who knows what's coming out of my mouth.
I know it's going in.
Yeah, pizza.
Sure. Two-yard gain for Dallas Goddard. They're going to be 8 yards out. Second and goal, rather. I could go for a Philly special here.
Yeah. I've got a feeling that's not going to work.
Yeah. I don't know. It's McCown's same style athlete as Foles, that's for sure. I don't like it against his linebacker crew, though. McCown drops and rushes for 3 yards, getting hit by Clowney. They're pretty they're pretty bold with the amount of plays McCown has taken exposure. Greg Ward they're bringing up as the backup. Third and goal from the 6. Oh, he was tackled by Bobby Wag or KJ Wright rather. Jake Elliott's going to come in to close out this drive. I wouldn't, yeah. Elliott makes the kick. Eagles down just 4, 10-6 Seattle. Third quarter, 10:36 left.
Second coming, not sure why they're not running the ball.
Good
down
question.
At the 5, but
one I think was a run, but it was a bobbled snap, and McCown managed to get a few yards. Every team's a Wildcat player these days. I kind of think so. That Taysom Hill, I liked it when they did with Terrell Pryor on the Browns. It was awesome.
Taysom Hill is so far the MVP of the playoffs. I know he's not going to win because they're out, but he's been the MVP.
He did pretty
so
good
far.
last game.
Just a guy who's jack of all trades. He can kind of play a little bit quarterback, a little bit of running back, can go out to receiver if he needs be.
Well, Wildcat has 3 backs in there, usually a blocking back, a running back, and like Big Rye said, a player that can throw but is just a very good athlete. So Terrell Pryor and Ronnie Brown are probably the 2 best Wildcat players I can think of.
Taysom Hill now. Yeah.
Terrell Pryor was an athletic quarterback.
Cam Newton is
Cam Newton.
Lamar Jackson's like an extended Wildcat.
Lamar Jackson's like
player.
Okay, Lamar Jackson might be the ultimate Wildcat player.
It just works so well in the league. And it's very, very, very dependent on the type of athlete that you have playing that position.
And you need a strong offensive line, athletic. No. Why they just play offense? Michael Vick, yeah, I can say Vick less so because you could say the same about Russell Wilson. Then you could go to Randall Cunningham. Yeah, Randall Cunningham. But I mean, those are just athletic quarterbacks. Like Ronnie Brown. Ronnie Brown is the 11-5 Dolphins. That was real Wildcat used all the time.
Yeah, and Ronnie Brown was running back first.
Yeah, but he could definitely throw. Not that he had to very often. So they had a combination of a fullback, Fusaka Polite, and another famed running back we'll call Ricky Williams. And they were able to get it done just about every game, going 11-5, winning the division and making the playoffs. No, did they win? Yeah, they did win the division. Lost to Baltimore in the wild card round. That was the only time New England didn't win the division during, I guess, Belichick's reign. They went 11-5, coming in third in division, not making the playoffs with Matt Castle having Tom Brady go down in the first week of the ACL injury to Kansas City. I remember that season well. I'm happy about it.
Deion Sanders was a two-way player, but not so much a Wildcat player.
Yeah, now you're just getting the good athletes. Deion Sanders never played in the Wildcat. No, he has some receiving snaps though.
You know who would have been a really good Wildcat player was LaDainian Tomlinson.
Can he throw? Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
He can throw. Yeah,
I think he might have the most thrown touchdowns for a running back.
Think so? I wonder how many Jim Brown had. I saw a couple, but I mean, like from the highlights, but I haven't seen a stat for it. What about Antoine Randall had a whole bunch as a wide receiver.
Joe Washington, Andy Johnson, Willard Harrell, Marcus Allen, Keith Byers, Mohamed Sanu, Greg Pruitt, Walter Payton, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Antoine Randall.
There you go.
Tomlinson
second and one, play action. Oh, good job from Wilson to just chuck it to the ground because he got some Nathan Gary with some serious pressure knocking Wilson to the ground. 3rd and 1 for the Seahawks here. Can they stop it? I feel like I'd rather just give up a first down on first down than keep drawing these long 3rd and whatever drives.
The Antoine Randall has 6 touchdowns, 22 for 27, 156.1 passer rating. Tomlinson is
Seahawks take a valuable timeout.
Tomlinson was 8 for 12 with 7 touchdowns.
What's the new? Mike Jones, 281-330-8004. Yes, such bad luck, Jay Heel. We're not out of this yet, though.
Sanu's 5 for 5 with 2 passing touchdowns.
5 for 5?
Yeah.
That's perfect rating. With 2 touchdowns?
When was this written? This was written back in 2015, so who knows if Sanu's put up some more passes since
I think he has. Probably 1 or 2. He threw 2 in one game, actually, I think.
Possibly. The second coming said we need a defensive touchdown for the Eagles. Sanu's QBR was plus 150 for a while. What's going on, Mike Jones and Jay Heo? Wentz rolled out. Such bad luck. Yeah, it's not great, but McCown's going to be able to get it done. It definitely hurts the winning chances. But
3rd and 1 with Lynch in the back. Play action. Lynch with a huge gain. And him just throwing Craven LeBlanc to the ground. I can't believe they fell for that. They sold out on the run.
I always love the sideline when they're pointing like run, run. Like Lynch doesn't know what to do when he catches the ball.
Yeah. It's going to be no gain for Travis Homer here. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Untouchable calling for the block in the back.
Lynch, Huff, and Samara. They're 2nd and 11. He actually loses a yard. Homer is still in for the Seahawks. Lockett in motion.
Play
This
action.
is a bomb.
Metcalf with a big catch.
This
He's
is a touchdown.
score.
How do you get beat on that? That's pretty bad.
Metcalf has been a serious weapon for the Seahawks this season.
Yeah. It's like Maddox or LeBlanc got beat. I'm not sure. Doesn't surprise me from this weak Eagles secondary. It is Maddox.
What a catch from Metcalf. A fingertip grab.
I like how much faster he is despite being at least 50 pounds heavier.
He's a tremendous athlete.
Yeah. That's true, Jake. He did have a convincing drive.
Though. I disagree. The McCown's kind of like Fitzpatrick, where he can heat up. He can throw for a few touchdowns.
I'd prefer Fitzpatrick right now, though.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would. But doesn't mean it can't happen. Metcalf is a rookie, yes. McCown is definitely not a rookie. John Stacey saying DK Metcalf's like the Derrick Henry of wideouts.
Yeah. Not quite as dominant yet, but it's possible. I like how the Seahawks have used him, though. He slipped in the draft. Big time.
He did. They are going to play Green Bay in Green Bay. 49ers already matched up with Minnesota because they are the 1 versus 6 matchup. So whoever wins this game is going to be playing Green Bay. Sam asking for the go-ahead line. Green Bay -3.
Yeah, tough.
I'll probably say Green Bay -2.5.
I had him in all leagues, John Stacey, this year. I was very happy. I was able to come. I only had 2 leagues. I came 1st and 2nd, so I'm quite pleased.
He's a lot different to have now than he was in his rookie season. I know someone mentioned that he played behind DeMarco Murray.
Yes.
His rookie season.
It has to be 5. I don't know about that. And this game isn't over, everybody. They were down 16, the Texans, and they were able to come back. There's a bronze statue of Rocky. I feel like that's the only bronze statue of a male that's 5'2". Have you ever seen that? There's a movie with Paul Newman about a boxer, and his name is Rocky Barbella. I just feel like Stallone completely ripped that movie off.
Seahawks at 11-1 is nice.
Maybe. Not sure.
Well, it'll be nice if they get through this game. If you
Yeah.
got it early on, that's not the greatest. Yeah, Miles Sanders is back playing. I think he got the carry on that last one.
Seahawks are the biggest liability for Bucs to win it all. Yeah, I can understand why. They've been pretty fortunate with a lot of things that happened in Seattle last, I'm going to say 4 years maybe. So, doesn't surprise me.
I figured it would have been the Saints, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's one. That's one down.
I'd say probably the Ravens. Lots of public money on the Ravens. But Seahawks odd-wise, it's probably the biggest payout they'd have to pay out.
I'm not sure if there's value there, Perv. I couldn't do the math in my head at this moment, or even live. It would take too long. I don't know if it's positive EV. I really don't.
FanDuel has 900 or plus 900 for Eagles to come back and win this game. What's going on, JD? Wonderful. How you doing?
Hello, sir. Nice job. Really? Really? I kind of think that was worth a flag. False start in the Eagles. We can't be doing this, guys. This is the one thing you can't. Not a big fan of procedure penalties. The Browns are famous for that. Here we go. 1st and 15 at midfield. McCown running again. This is going to be a flag on the Seahawks, that's for sure. Got a holding, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. Bradley McDougall, his second one of the game. He's holding Zach Ertz for quite some time. So it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles at Seahawks 39-yard line. Wow, this was a blown up play. It was a jet sweep pitch, just blown up by Jadeveon Clowney. Now the Eagles fans are booing. I gotta be honest, they're not my favorite group of fans. Just you gotta ride this game out. It didn't work. It didn't work. I'd be running away from Clowney, though. That would have been my... Second and 16, a loss of 6 on that play. Drop by McCown, picked up, check down to Boston Scott, who's going to get a first down here. This guy's quick, man. Woo! He got quick feet.
Small. Great, Scott.
Wow. And Boston Scott looks like he's a little bit injured, which is unfortunate. And McCown is coming up a little bit lame as well. Holy. And Untouchable Jay with a little Doc Brown commentary. Let's go back to the future when Wentz was still playing. 1st and 10 here. Sanders in. Inside zone. Sanders able to spin off. Fantastic run for about 8 yards, 7-8 yards. Philly driving. This game is not over. What a play. That was awesome. 2nd and 5. Pitch. Outside run. Sanders lowers his shoulder and getting 3 yards. 4 down territory? I don't think so. I really don't.
Still too early in the game for that. There's probably 3 or 4 more possessions each way. They finally fired Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
It's positive news. The Cowboys have a lot of potential.
A lot of talent on that team. We feel it's one of the best rosters in the NFL. 3rd and 3 here. Austin Scott just stuffed. Great job, Poona Ford. Big man.
Philly's going to most likely settle for another field goal.
So 38-yard field goal for Jake Elliott. Looks like it's good, and it is. 9 points, down 17-9. Let's see if this Eagles defense is able to come up with something here.
Moose, let's go Vikings.
Right on.
Yeah, Moose pretty excited. 2-0-1. Undefeated so far in the playoffs.
Yeah, Niners are 7-point favorites, Sam.
Vikings Niners line at 6.5. I'm surprised that the Saints were bigger favorites against Minnesota than San Fran is.
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe. But I guess even you and I would consider the Saints' home field advantage to be stronger than San Francisco.
Yeah.
Got to ride the Vikings. Bovada has it +7. Minnesota woke up some of the naysayers.
They certainly did, including Dylan Toddfield. Big lines in the AFC, yeah. No response, Dylan Toddfield, despite my efforts. I don't know. Maybe Mickey can ring up the old cup and string and see if Dylan will answer. Hey, look, it's my buddy. Oh, the robot hand guy.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, you took the Vikings money line, Moose? Right on.
+320. Oh, that's awesome.
Great. That's hard really to hit good. Those.
The weight loss bet has already began.
It has begun.
I like the Titans coach yesterday. Very shrewd. +10 Titans seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, we're everyone in this chat is a big fan of the Titans style of play.
That 10-point line scares me. I know it's counterintuitive, guys, but it just scares me that that's what the line came out at. because it's going to be a 50-50 market or close to. He must be really hairy downstairs. That's why he ain't in the chat yet. He's still shaving. Mike Vrabel has a massive sack. You have to be a coach in playoff football and win games.
How much weight are you trying to lose? I lost over 109 months once, but I was running 15 kilometers a day. My body can't do it anymore. I was 25 when I did that. I'm 32 now. So I'm not really sure. I'm not going to put a limit on it, but I'm just going to try and get myself over the first 3 months. The idea is to get myself in a routine enough where I can exercise vigorously every day, because I'm not able to right now without risking injury. Because if I get injured again, then I'll just lose. So I got to be a little bit slower to start. So I got some good things in, some good elements that are helping me at the moment, though. And I did put that 120 right back on, though, like 2 years later, 3 years later. Wilson almost hitting Metcalf again. Just a little too long. I'm back. Todd Field still ain't here? Nope. What are you going to start with? I'm a big guy, too. Need ideas. Well, one of my competitor is in the chat, so I can't divulge as much information as I'd like. We have to keep a little bit things secret, but diet is the most important thing. That's number one.
I don't think strategy is going to be what differentiates you between Sam, but that's just me. There's a lot more that goes into it.
You don't have 1,000 riding on this, all right, pal?
The whole point of doing a weight loss contest on a YouTube channel is to talk about what you're doing.
So now what the YouTube channel is featuring my weight loss updates?
It is now.
According to you. Do we have to talk about pop culture and our personal lives?
No, Clark is not Todd Field.
No, he is not. Too clever.
There's no secret how to lose weight. Falling through is what is the difficult and staying committed. That's
that's absolutely right.
Actually, Ravens have been killing it. The majority of their games have scores like 45-10. I think that is why the line is so high. That is why the line's high. But depending on where you set that line from an odds maker's perspective is the percentage of dollars or bets that you're expecting on each side. At 10 points is so high. I see a lot of people jumping on Tennessee. And people just watch Tennessee beat the New England Patriots in New England. So people are high on Tennessee right now. And somehow I feel like the general public is going to be low on Baltimore as 10-point favorites.
3rd and 15 from their own 20. Can the Seahawks really pull off another third down? Let's see. Cox is rushing. Wilson running. Oh, he does it. They miss another tackle. Are you guys joking, man? You can't tackle a quarterback? Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's just unbelievable.
Who missed this tackle?
I think it was Nigel Bradham, a linebacker. Oh, did you see that? Oh, my goodness. Just sell out on the guy. Cross body. Oh, that's just unacceptable, man. How many times? It's been 3rd and whatever. Just unbelievable. What a play by Fletcher Cox. Unbelievable. How many times is he supposed to do this? Because he got the pressure on Wilson to force the run. That's the most animated I've been about to play all year because that was so bad.
Fletcher Cox needs to do this every play for them to have a chance.
It's just unbelievable. The guy has to blow up every play.
This was against Fluker as well. Oh, Fluker just doesn't block him. Ballore is supposed to come through and give him the cross block, but he was too late. Cox is too good a player to be doing that.
2nd and 15 again. Holy.
Yeah, I've got 3 units on Eagles -1.
Wilson takes off and slides. Feet first.
Untouchable Jay think it's Todd Field's burner account.
Eugene Sandow. Oh, mega reps, eh? Interesting. Yeah, that was in the 1800s, though. So then that makes me worry about certain things. So they're going to get to the fourth quarter. 3rd and 10. Another 3rd and long. Can they possibly? Up 17-9.
If Eagles win, I'm cracking open the Scotch Gold label. That's some win. You're
I
glad
thought they
that you
stopped
got
making
some.
gold.
Moose is glad he got some plus 2.5.
Johnny Walker's an interesting color scheme for what's top end. It's red, black, green, gold, blue, King George VIII. Blue's pretty expensive. Oh, I don't find it any better than black or gold for that matter.
That's much different than the color scheme for Mountain Dew. Code Red's at the top, and then everything else is at the bottom. Apurva's asking about the those color differences. What do they mean?
It's just it's what Johnny Walker uses to, because it's blended Scotch. I'm not sure exactly why they denote each color what, but in terms of price, I went from lowest to highest. It's generally not whole. It's the type of barrels that they're aged in. So I'm not a whiskey expert or anything. I do know a little bit, but not too much.
For New Year's Eve, it was a Hennessy party I was at.
Oh, jeez. So tacky. In terms of price, it's, well, at least in Canada, red, black, green, gold, blue, and then King George VIII. And then there's one that's even more expensive, but I can't recall. So there's a bottle that's 33 grand that's more, at least in Canada. Gold is a little sweeter to me. I had half an ounce of the $33,000 bottle. My cousin found out his wife was pregnant. We were all at the bar, so yeah, it was whatever. So I don't get it. I don't get the you can get a nice bottle of whiskey for $50. Bourbon's better in my opinion. That being said, 3rd and 10. Can we stop them? Please. He's got way too much time, and he does it again. This is just unbelievable, man. You can, like, unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. I want to find out their 3rd down conversion rate. Eagles could have got off the field twice, and they're just not able to. 2nd and 9 here. I feel like something negative is about to happen because we're a little behind in the feed. Here we go. It is 3rd and 8. Can we do it? How many times? I'm trying to find that stat. 3rd down. Seahawks for 7 for 11. My goodness. My goodness.
There you go. This is how you win football games. 3rd and 8 for Wilson.
Oh, I think something good happened. Sack. I was hoping for a turnover, but we got a sack. I'll take that. We're going to get the ball back, Philly.
Yeah, Dylan Clark for sure.
You're somehow behind us, Moose? All right. Hat back on. They're going to get it at the 11-yard line. They got to do it the hard way again. Why the hell did the Seahawks not punt? They punted. Don't worry. Eagles suck. Yeah. Oh, the Giants fan blew that. Don't be sorry.
Take that hat off, please. It's that Pooh Green. The Toque Beanie conspiracy lives on.
I like that name. Hobbled Goblin versus Fat Guy Slim, a battle for the ages. That'll make the name, I'm sure. I guess they're 7 for 12, eh? All right, we'll take that. They had him. They had him. I feel like Denny Green every time the Seahawks convert a 3rd down.
Yeah.
Like a sick horse. I'm pretty sure I don't want a healthy horse taking a dump on my head.
That's what the Eagles are all about, though. Turning chicken shit into chicken salad.
Soup. Egg corn.
Whatever.
I like chicken salad and chicken soup. How about that? What's up now?
I think everyone understands that you're the fat guy.
I bought anchovy paste for my salad the other day. It's pretty good.
So that's how you eat less?
Well, it helps. I have to eat salad now. Well, I did eat salad, but just very small portions compared to the heavy, heavy pieces of meat I would fit down my gullet.
Does meat make you fat?
Eating excessive calories, which contain meat, yes, does make you fat. 5,000 calories a day isn't good, even for someone my size.
You're on the Michael Phelps diet.
Yeah, except I didn't do any of the exercise. I can swim, just not anything that resembles swimming, especially what Michael Phelps looks like.
How many boyfriends do you think Jason Kelce beat up for Travis Kelce growing up?
Great run here from Sanders. God, they're having a decent game when that comes. Sugar's what you really want to avoid. Yeah, that's not a problem. I'm not like, I love chocolate and stuff, but I can cut it. Like, it's not something I need.
The Clowney with like another dirty play at the end of this.
I want to see this. Nope. Oh, man. I'm liking Clowney more and more. Nice play, McCown. Right on, guys. $13 of 16, Josh McCown.
It's been fine. He's not the problem. Wow.
Triple teaming Clowney. Jason Peters usually didn't need help at all. Little corny.
It made no sense, but
Yeah.
they got it done. So if that's what it takes to give McCown
The time
the
to
peace
throw.
of mind, then so be it.
Nice. Reception, Ertz. First down, Eagles. I will, and it's a toque. Need a goater touchdown for my prop. Well, Ertz is out, and he's been pretty good lately, so it's not unreasonable. Boston Scott. If he could have just pounded through that line, there was some daylight in front of him. Poona Ford able to pull him down. Brady was best 40-plus hero goal. Wrong, Josh McCown. How old was Kurt Warner when he
I have no clue. Probably
his
late 30s.
His Arizona days were badass, man. Mind you, it was him, Bolden, and Fitzgerald.
It helps.
Sickest crew ever. What a play! What a play! Oh!
You got hit for a first down.
Poona Ford hit him so hard, he went 4 yards ahead. How heavy is Poona Ford? It's got to be 350 pounds, maybe 360. He might have 50 pounds on me. That's a big boy. Man, I'm surprised that wasn't
not
a
something
fumble.
you see very often, but Poona Ford was actually behind Josh McCown when he threw that ball.
They say 310. I don't buy that for a second, man. 310? That means he's 3 pounds heavier than me. There's no way, man.
You know what they say about muscle.
Yeah. Short? 3rd and inches here. They don't have a big back here.
It's fine. They're going to do... Josh McCown's going to keep this.
I don't know.
It's going to be that handoff.
Put Cox back there. Get him to pound it in.
Yeah.
I like fat guy plays. Obviously, look at me. And they do it just like Big Rye says. First down, Eagles.
When you put that much stock into your O-line, that's where it counts.
Yeah.
Seahawks defense is trash. They look like the Giants.
They're not that bad. They've held them to 9 points so far.
No, the Saints defense looked like the Giants tonight.
They had some good plays, though. They had some good hits on.
Janoris
Yeah, JJ?
actually played a good game.
Yeah. They've been smoked by Minnesota a bunch of times now, the Saints. Minnesota or Minneapolis Miracle. What else? Remember that first game? And Peterson said we trash. The Vikings smoked them with Sam Bradford, I think it was.
Ertz 101 on the outside. Oh my goodness. This is not going to turn out good.
You could see that coming before the snap, though. We got a long 3rd down here. I don't want to have to rely on field goals to beat the Seahawks. We're going to need a touchdown here. Oh, jeez. Isaac Semualo. Great job by McCown, though. 3rd and 11 here. This would be a really long field goal, so see if they're able to do it. I feel like Seahawks are blitzing again. There's a flag.
It's on the offense. False start. I think on the wideout.
Yeah, on the wideout. It said penalty declined in the corner, but it's got to be a mistake. 3rd and 16. They're going to get about 13 yards. Oh, Peterson looks like he's going for it, too. It's going to be 4th and 2 or 3.
I don't agree with this.
I don't either.
It's a 2-score game.
Oh, 1.
Sorry, it's a 1-score game. I understand why they're going for it now.
There's a laugh here, so I'm assuming something bad happens. 4th and 4. Sanders drops a sure first down, and the Eagles are going to turn it over on downs here. They're not out of this, but that does make it a bit tougher. Tipped off a little early in the comments section. It's probably game. Oh, I don't think so. They still have 3 timeouts, I believe, too. See if the Eagles' front line can get there. That's what we need. Why are they running backwards, not sideways? The Eagles were at full strength and blow them out. I don't know about that, but they'd be in better position to do so. We're so far from what the Bengals did. Well, betting with emotion is a losing venture, Perva. That's the only thing I can say about that.
Some friendly trash talk in the comment section.
Yeah. Fletcher Cox is off the field right now. That is not conducive. Fumbled snap. So they're losing it down, the Seahawks are. Would have been nice if it was recovered, but which team you guys... I don't really hate a team the most, to be honest.
Oh, it's got to be the Houston Texans.
He's just saying that. I don't...
You don't like the Texans.
What? I used to love the Texans. I have a Texans hat.
Not right now, though.
It's not my favorite team right now, no. I'm not a fan of the Seahawks right now either. Wilson took a big shot, and it's going to be 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12. Can we do a 3 and out? Let's do it, Eagles.
Saving Fletcher Cox for 3rd down.
This has been a good job by the Eagles defense considering the personnel they have. I think it's a well-coached game. Of course, like LeBlanc got picked on, but part
Coaching's good. It's the tackling of the secondary players that's really hurt them.
really hurt them.
Only a 3-man rush. They drop it off to Hollister. The Eagles managed to make these tackles.
Finally. 3 and out.
Purva hates the Jets. They have made me lose a lot of money when I bet on them and when I bet against them.
Well, I think that's on you more than anything.
All the Seahawks need to do is watch the backs. Backs and tight ends, really. Dylan Clark, I was thinking earlier, if you were to have made multiple 4-team parlays on all these games beforehand and only change each parlay by one pick, could you guarantee a payout?
No, what you're talking about is factorial. So it'd be 4 factorial, right? So 4 times 3 times 2.
16.
Yeah. Is that right? That is right. The amount of combinations. Let me think here. Does it make sense? Or is it 8 factorial? Can't even recall. The math doesn't work, though. Otherwise, this already would have been done. Because that's how they do it. They take the combinations and then they just cut out a commission for themselves.
You'd have a 6% chance if it was 50, 50, 50, 50 4 times.
Moose has a 50-cent parlay. Well, I hope you hit. Eagles have done a pretty good job, all things considered, today, to be honest.
I think I know what you're getting at, Dylan Clark, and it's kind of like betting every horse in a race. Like, you'll win, but you're going to end up losing because of the juice that you're paying.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. It is a 4 factorial. Yeah. Yeah, it's 24 exactly. 4 factorial. Yeah. I just thought we just did the math. We just did 16 for whatever. We did 4 squared rather than actually doing 4 factorial. Yeah.
No, it would be 16.
No, 4 times 3 times 2.
Dylan Toddfield's in the building.
Where is better than yours, Dylan?
Sunday's been terrific for us.
Everyone is excited to see you.
Well, everybody's been asking about you, worried about you, seeing how you're doing. How's your Sunday going?
Now, I know you'll be a man of your word, and we have all been looking for you. I don't know if the Seahawks defense is terrible. They've given up 9 points. McCown's hobbling now. Jeez. Yeah, Dylan, it's unfortunate about your Saints, but I mean, that's why you don't make bold proclamations. He never even got touched and he hurt himself. There's a chance of everything, Dylan. There's no 100%. No, he's driving right now. He's on a road trip. That looks like holding to me on Cody Barton. Are you serious? He had his arms around him, or at least pass interference. Oh, more ref talk, Dylan. How many times are you going to play this fiddle? How many times? You lost. Yeah, Dylan, I can't give you cry wolf. Yes, you will. Oh, bomb! Bomb! Yeah! Yeah! I'll just give you the W. I like that, Dylan. How is that a flag? See, that one guy seems like a sore loser right now, too. I don't know. That's fine to me. Yeah, he put his hand over his face. I mean,
I think we might get a challenge here, if I had to guess.
I don't think it'll work.
There's really not much there.
Yeah, he did put his arm over his eye line, though.
But I don't think that's pass interference, to be honest.
Put your hand on his helmet over his eyes. If it's not, they should do that every time.
Seahawks are in zone.
Stepped up in the pocket. McCown. Oh, why did you do that? Just stay in the pocket, McCown. Oh. Why do they give up on routes? Like, why didn't he just zig back inwards? Like, he doesn't know the play's dead, and it wasn't.
Nice tackle from KJ Wright. It looked like he was beat there, and he made that play. Prove us having chest pains now.
Gambling's not meant to do that.
Third and 13 for the Eagles.
All right, I'm going to have to go for it here.
Yeah, judging by their earlier decision, this is going to be another fourth down attempt for them.
We're expecting a video from you, Dylan. Though you gotta man up to your end of the bargain. You gotta take this snap now, Philly.
Dylan, when we say a video, we mean of you drinking the milk, not shaving your pubes.
No, we want the milk filled with it. You owe it to Mickey. Oh, okay, good, Dylan. Just making sure. We gotta keep everyone accountable here. I saw the dildo pizza. Y'all know he's gonna send you the whole video.
Have a good night, Dylan.
Have a good night, Dylan. DTF. No, he's our heel, Jason. We're a big fan of Dylan Toddfield. Which one? We're Dylan Clark fans too, but Dylan Toddfield needs a lot more defending than Dylan Clark does. Although Dylan Clark should defend his son.
Jay's got a 5-team parlay with one over-under, and he's dying. Who do you need, Jay?
Seahawks minus 2.5. Yeah, it's tough. It's a 4th down here. 4th and 7. It's
Seahawks
unfortunate
minus
the Eagles
2.5.
didn't get the other one.
All right, I'm taking my eye off the comment section for now. We've got a 4th and 7 play here from Seattle's 10. Seattle rushes 4.
They're going to get there.
Sack Seattle.
Collapsing the pocket.
Jerron Reed makes the play. So Philly still has all 3 timeouts. They can stop the clock and get this ball back. Won't be a statue for that play. That's for sure, Sam.
That's the line of the night.
McCown looks his age, but he's played excellent today.
Yeah.
Can breathe easy now. Yeah, that was definitely a game, a play that helped the Seahawks winning
still
percentage.
Not over though.
Eagles still have all 3 timeouts.
They sure do.
Seven sacks tonight for the Seahawks defense.
A lot of it has to do with McCown though.
McCown's played it safe tonight. Hasn't taken very many risks.
I don't know. Running it into surefire hits, I would say, is a risk. Maybe with the passing the ball. Toss to Homer, which is stuffed for a small loss.
Yeah, 30% of their sacks tonight. That's why it's a game-by-game basis. Everyone talked about the Saints' run defense going into the game against the Vikings, and the Vikings just torched them on the ground.
They had some good I didn't like those Vikings pitch plays. They seem to get blown up every time. But
Well, on the goal line they had a difficulty, but anywhere else on the field, Minnesota had their way.
yeah, And that O-line isn't exactly amazing either. That was pretty good. Lynch stuffed. Wow, it's going to be third down again. 7 for 12, the Seahawks.
I'll be interested to see what Seattle does here. If they decide to throw this ball or if they decide to run it.
Eagles get the ball back with 45 seconds. I don't know how that would be.
Well, the Eagles still have one more timeout, so if they manage to shut them down here, they could still have a minute 40 with the ball back. But
roughly. First down ends a game.
I honestly don't see them running the ball here.
Yeah.
Looks like we got
well,
tipped
thanks
off.
for ruining it for me. Jeez. How did they really got it here? And what is 23 doing? Unbelievably bad play. Well, that's the game, everyone.
Not yet. There's still the ability to get the ball back.
It's pretty bad, though. There's two guys there. How are you that bad?
Well, they're playing aggressive 10 yards and in. They're not expecting somebody to just go deep. And I don't know who 37 is, but he's not as good of an athlete as Metcalf.
Well, I mean, they made the playoffs. The Giants didn't. Yeah, so many spoilers in this chat. I agree. That's it.
Oh, yeah, the Eagles had to take their time out on that play, so that is it.
Yeah, that is it.
I'm a Dallas fan, but I got to give the Eagles credit for playing hard AF.
Yeah.
Get better cable providers.
We're Canadian. We get it behind you guys. There's nothing we can do about it.
It has nothing to do with being in Canada. It has to do with we have an online feed, so the internet's just slower. And to make sure that we're as close as we can with you guys, we've got a ultra low latency to make sure the chat's as live as we can be with you guys. Well, it's too bad. The Eagles were the best market play. It's a 3-unit loss for me for this game. Like Sam said, congrats on that parlay. What did it pay? I know one guy had the 50-cent parlay for $23.
I think he had the Eagles, though.
I guess things can happen, but I'm surprised. Oh, Jay made over $1,000. That's awesome. Congratulations, Jay. Never recommend doing parlays, but that's a very nice win.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moose said his only loss this weekend. I can update the leaderboard. Seahawks cover the 2 points. That makes us 1-2-1 for wild card weekend.
Yes.
So we got 1 push and 3 road teams cover, which has kind of been the MO this year for the NFL. Five out of 49 managed to come out with no losses. And it looks like Sam was one of them. Glock Lesnar as well. Ashley Schaefer's BMW and Kihoalu, as well as Sir Mix-a-Lot. Congrats, guys. Good job. Dylan 2-1-1. I'm guessing the Saints were the only team that let him down. Looks like a majority of people went 1-2-1. Same as us.
I don't know if you're 69. Anyone go a bunch of people went perfect. Anyone go nothing? Zero?
Not the same amount.
Yeah.
10% perfect, 10% imperfect.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Moose says next week is
Distribution is proper then? It's
Yep.
belled out nicely?
The the interesting thing about next week is that all the lines are just so high for all the favorites. I'm going to be very, very interested to see what the line opens at for Seattle at Green Bay. Guesses in chats were anywhere from 2.5 to 5. Sam said I might just take all the points next week. I don't know if I blame you.
It's tough. I don't really like these games anymore. Ugh.
Why do you say that? Because of the lines?
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a lot of opportunity.
It's exactly what I feel like.
Pretty down after that game, huh?
Oh, no. Yeah. Sorry. I'm thinking about something else. But yeah.
Okay.
I am annoyed at that. That one I will say. It's odd for me to be emotionally annoyed. I am about that one. I just don't. Just feels like they're overrunning expectation just by a large margin, Seattle. It's like one of those when is it gonna even out a little bit? But I guess not.
Well, there's no rhyme or reason.
Never is, and the past doesn't dictate the future necessarily.
Well, at the end of the weekend, Dylan and Mickey are still tied for the overall. Tied for 5th place. Seattle is good on the road. Dylan Clark said, "Fat guy secretly an Eagles fan over here."
No, I'm not an Eagles fan. I actually never really liked them, to be honest.
Sam says, "Every dog money line next week should make money."
Seattle is good on the road. I didn't think that was that good a performance from Seattle. Really didn't. So we shall see. I do think Wilson's the best player in the NFL, though. I really do.
Well, he proved it today. He showed what he's made of. He played really well.
He did.
Like they're missing 3 offensive line starters going up against a very, very good defensive line.
Decent defensive line, yes.
No, it's a good defensive line. The secondary's terrible, and that's where they took advantage.
Yeah. Secondary is terrible.
Do you think the Eagles make moves next year to pick up better corners?
I mean, I guess. They've been drafting corners every year, right? So
And none have turned out.
Not really, yeah. The thing is, though, I never understood. They thought, just from a handicapping perspective, I always thought their safeties were trash, and I still feel that way too. So I'm not a Jenkins or Not that McLeod was out there, but never any of those. Never a fan of those. But I mean, I just embolden your pass rush. Stay with garbage secondary. I mean, what's like the rules are always just going to get harder for secondary realistically. So if the pass rush gets there every time, it doesn't matter how good your secondary is. I feel like they lose because it's those third downs they weren't able to get there. And realistically, I know that's putting so much onus on the defensive line, but I mean, I'd rather that. I wouldn't say I'm a closet Eagles fan. I actually don't really like them. I can't stand. I don't like when teams overrun expectation a lot, and then everybody just piles on like, yeah, they're the best. I'm like, okay, it was kind of like that. The first team for that was the first year I really handicapped was Atlanta. They went 14-2, and everyone's telling me how good they are. I remember I got crushed. I had a money line bet at over 10-1 on the 49ers, who were like 17-point underdogs, or not 10-1. Maybe 8-1, something like that, and I somehow lost after the most comical of situations, and then Green Bay smoked them in the playoffs. And I do have disdain when people pile on the good team or the team that's successful that really isn't that good, because they just, I don't know.
Do you think that could be the Ravens?
No.
Who do you think people are highest on? To win
well,
Super
yeah,
Bowl?
well, they're going to be the Ravens. Look at the odds set, right? Are the Ravens overrunning expectation? Yes. Are they really that as good as their record? Probably not. I mean, I had them as 11 win team in a neutral field, much the same as Green Bay, but it's not as consistent, right? Like, I don't know. Ravens just put himself in the best chance to win. I guess much like Seahawks, but I mean, it only happened. This team hasn't changed that much from last year. You know what I mean? Hasn't. Right? Like last year, they probably, 9.5 win team. This year, they're an 11. Seahawks are realistically a 7-win team, and or not 7, I'm going to say 10 maybe because of Russell Wilson. But I mean, when they were a 7-win team, they still won 11 games, right? Because they win by just the closest of margins always. So
Carson Wentz is an injury-prone loser who was paid way too much money for one excellent season. He's also wearing another man's ring. Pressure was there tonight, but secondary let the Eagles down. Cry, Eagles, cry on your way to misery. That one guy throwing shade.
Yeah, he just hates the Eagles because he likes the Giants.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's it for us.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Hopefully you had success like Jay did, making over $1,000.
Cash in $1,000. That's always good.
That one guy said, draft a quarterback, get a guy that's always there for you.
No, it's hard. It's hard to do that. Who is that? Daniel Jones, Eli Manning, Jeff Hostetler, that one guy. All right.
All right, you guys all have a good night.
Have a good one.